All right, shalom, shalom. First thing first, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who I learned this truth from. Salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth, and all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. Shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This is your brother Akaga Bar. All right, we'll be doing a lesson going into the famine of the word. All right, and how this thing is imminent, man. Okay, the famine of the word, all right, is right around the corner. Okay, and when you look over there at the UK, all right, you actually have protests taking place in the UK right now because the prime minister, all right, pretty much announced that digital IDs are going to be mandatory, okay, for all citizens, man. All right, all citizens will have to have it. All right, he said you won't be able to work in the UK without it. So this thing is going down in a real way. All right, and on top of that information coming out, you have it to where a particular Bible website is blocked. Okay, following their Online Safety Act that they passed. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna play some of these videos. Let's see. Let's just type this in. It's Online Safety Act over there in the UK. All right. But, you can look that up. Ultimately, they want to, use age restrictions, which is going to play right into the hands of the digital ID. They want to use age restriction, all right, to prevent, quote unquote, children and minors from getting on harmful sites, corn sites, sites that promote harmful content, right? Hate speech, which really is going to be an attack on this truth. And goes into the famine of the word. OK, look, this article says free speech under attack in the UK, which it's going to be under attack everywhere, man. I mean, look at China. They already banned, certain Bibles, they're doing the same thing in China. OK, which ultimately is coming here to America, Babylon the Great, too, because, they want to crack down on so-called hate speech and these particular things. So they're using, age restriction and all these reasons as to why they're going to have to do these things, man. But nonetheless, over there in the UK, all right, Bible Gateway, which is one of the first sites to, pop up when you put scriptures in, is currently blocked. OK, now let's play a couple videos.
Well, what's not safe about the Bible? Interesting. No longer can we access the Bible online through the Bible Gateway. Why? Bible Gateway is an online subscription that gives access to the Bible for Bible studies, for preaching, resources, etc. All of a sudden, finished. Is no longer. In the UK and EU, no one can now access it. Very suspicious that. Are they trying to stop us Bible studies? Why? What? They're saying it's due to the Online Safety Act. Well, what's not safe about the Bible?
Yeah, because, they claim, the Bible can promote hate speech, man, because you ultimately you rebuke certain groups, all right, of peoples, all right. The alphabet community comes to mind, right, that ultimately don't go, that are contrary to the Lord, okay, and XYZ, right?
That's not that, and possibly technical issues. Funny you can get it other places, but you can't get it in the UK and EU. Absolute rubbish. They are trying to stop us by studying the Bible now. That's how I see this. Call me a conspiracy theorist. This is not right.
Right, and they're blaming it on technical issues, but apparently it's unavailable currently in the UK. Okay, what happened to Bible Gateway? Bible Gateway is unavailable in the UK and EU due to the Online Safety Act and equivalent EU legislation, causing inconvenience for users who rely on it for Bible study and preaching. So that goes right into the famine of the word, man. And we know, with the information going out against the small hats, with them being pointing a finger at Netanyahu for war crimes, and Esau's been exposed left and right. All right, they're going to use this in their advantage, okay, to prevent prevent free speech and prevent you from being able to freely be able to say what you want and post what you want, man. And the Bible, all right, is going to be targeted, okay, because scriptures go into a famine, which is a scarcity of being able to hear the truth. Okay, it says causing inconvenience for users who rely on it for Bible study and preaching. And we are the elect, all right, the prophets, we use these sites, man. Okay. All right, to teach. Okay, but we know that we're in those times. It says it would appear to be the result of the Online Safety Act and the equivalent EU legislation. See, so whether they say it's due to an inconvenience for whatever, we know what's really at play here, because even over here in America, all right, you can still access it. Let's just click on this Bible Gateway, and that's like one of the first ones to pop up. But as you can see, it's still accessible, right? Now, when you also, let's do this, because there's another site, okay? All right. Let's see here. All right, King James. Let's see, give me one moment. I want to just show you this real quick, if it works. Yeah, kingjamesbible.online.org. Okay. And normally with this, you see that? It'll verify that you're human. Okay, and this is kingjamesbibleonline.org. Needs to review the security of your connection before proceeding. And it didn't used to always do this, man. You see, verifying you are human. Okay, it didn't used to always do this, man. But guess what? This goes into that digital ID as well, because to get on certain sites, you're going to have to verify your age, man. Using biometrics, a face scan, whatever, to verify your age, to have access to the site so that they can say, okay, you're not a minor, or whatever the case may be. See? And I'm, that's the spirit. I'm glad it loaded, because, that's what they're doing now, man. Okay. Now this particular site, kingjamesbibleonline.org, has been doing this for me for a while now. Okay. And it didn't used to always do that. And I screenshotted it just in case it didn't do it. But you see, so, even, being able to get on corn sites and get on these particular sites, they're going to have to verify you. So very soon, being able to get on the internet and access sites on the internet, you're going to have that digital ID. You're going to have to be verified, man. And, we've been telling you, and it's being shown various problems they've presented, illegal immigration, right? Asylum seekers, harmful content to minors, hate speech, right? Due to these particular reasons, we're going to need a digital ID to monitor, verify you, if you will, and to allow you to access everything, man. It's here. Okay. So yeah, this is happening over there in the UK. All right. Now, I can't say if it's officially being banned, but obviously they're not able to access it. Okay.
Did you know the Bible Gateway is banned in the UK and the EU? They're claiming it's just...
Hey, they going full steam ahead, man. The UK is not planning. You understand that America comes from the UK. They're going to be following the same footprints, and this is why, you got ICE heavy over here, and the Trump is using the border crisis to pretty much bring this shit to pass over here in America, man. So, while you people are asleep, this thing is fully underway, man. Fully underway, man.
Technical issues. Some people suspect it's to do with the Online Safety Act bill. The Bible Gateway was one of the most populist platforms in the UK and the EU. Is this a growing trend? Because in China in 2018, online Bible sales were banned. And also Bible apps were pulled. Even printed Bibles required ID to purchase in China. So So if they're already doing stuff like this in China, what's stopping this happening elsewhere when Bible Gateway has already been banned?
Yeah, well, there you have it, man. Okay, from, not being able to access these sites to being able to having to have a digital ID verify. Like, since when did you need to be verified you're human to access a Bible, man? An online Bible, man. This is new. Now if brothers that been experiencing this for a while, then hey, that's different. But at least for me, I can say this shit really only start happening, within the last year or so, man, from what I can remember. You see, why do you need to be verified to use a Bible, man? Okay. Now we know why they got to do it, for corn sites and, particular harmful sites, but to use a Bible, which goes to show you they're gonna, they consider the Bible, you can, hate speech and these particular things, man. So this is it, this is it. All right. This is Amos 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, which a famine is what? A scarcity, a shortage. See, those people in the UK, they have a shortage of what Bible, and of course you can have a physical Bible. We understand that, but they have a shortage of what Bible sites they can use. See, and it's only going to get worse. See, because I was watching this one prophetic movie a while back, and I think it was on Amazon Prime. I forget what it was called. But it kind of follows the same, tenets of the Lost Behind type series, raptured up shit. But ultimately, they showed the scene where the guy got on the internet and he typed in Bible prophecy and it said no results found. See, nothing, completely wiped. So this is it. This goes into the famine of the word, man. And now it's going to get to the point to where the prophets, we have the answers through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. We've been revealed the secrets, and that's why we've been out there on them highways and hedges, man. But the people walk by, they despise it, and now we're coming into the times when you're gonna want answers to have some sense of hope. You won't have it, right? Because you people won't, haven't been given the spirit to break it down. All right, the Lord deals with order, man. He's giving that to his prophets. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. See? So your YouTubes, your Daily Motions, we all know these things are right behind it, for the simple fact they already clip our videos now. They already clip our videos. They clip audio out. I mean, I don't know how many times this shit's happened, to myself personally. They clip audio. They got to put the, when you speak on certain topics, they try to put the little fact checking, the little thing up there on the video. We know what time it is, man. All right, it says, but of hearing the words of Yahweh, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and they shall not find it. See, you're going to want answers, man. And the easiest, quickest way to find answers is on the internet. You ain't nothing to Google something, which Google is pretty much bullshit by at this point, man, but it ain't nothing to look it up. Well, when you try to look shit up and you don't, and I'm just using an example, your digital ID, you're non-compliant or whatever the case may be, you're not able to find it, then what? Yeah. It says they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it, meaning you people are going to want answers and you're going to try to find the prophets, man. Okay, because of the secrets are revealed to the prophets, as it tells you in Amos 3. In Proverbs 1, it tells you, the wisdom crieth out within the streets, the highways and hedges, the camps. All right. And then we upload videos on what? The YouTube, man. The internet. So this is it. It says, and they shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst, man. Thirst of what? The living waters. See? And ain't going to be nothing better in these times ahead than to have a sound mind and to have comfort in the most chaotic times in history, man. And you can see that these are about to be the most chaotic times in history. So, to have a level-headedness about you it's going to be precious. And that's what the men of the Lord are going to have, man, because of the truth Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah has given us. See, they want to ban the Bible, man. They want to get rid of this because it's ultimately the prophets have exposed Esau, the small hats, the gutter rats, and everybody is pointing the fingers at them and saying, yeah, man, you people are the wicked in the earth. You killing, robbing, murdering everybody, taking everybody's resources. And it's plain. So this was all by design. We know what's coming. All right. And it's ultimately being prophetic that this is playing out, man. But I'm going to end it there. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah. All right. Shalom. Wa ba ba ba.